Welcome back to Red Flags and Body Bags. I'm Dana.
And I'm Chloe.
And today we're diving into episode 3 of our deep dive on the disappearance of 7-year-old Kyron Horman. This episode
Her circle of friends, acquaintances, and lovers raises more questions than it answers.
Let's start with the timeline. Just days after Kyron vanished, Terry's behavior didn't reflect that of a grieving or panicked stepmother. She wasn't out leading searches or making public pleas. Instead, she was allegedly sending explicit messages to a man named Michael Cook.
Michael Cook, Kyron Horman's high school friend, Terry and Michael reportedly started messaging each other through Facebook, and those messages quickly became flirty, then sexual. And it wasn't months later. It was literally within 10 days of Kyron's disappearance.
We're talking about sexting, shirtless selfies, and even some conversations that hinted at manipulating public perception. According to law enforcement, Michael willingly turned over these messages during the investigation.
Texting racy messages to a man who was just at her home with the family.
So, who is this guy? Michael Cook wasn't even a central figure in Terry's life before this. He only reconnected with the Hormans because he'd heard about the case and came by to offer support.
But suddenly, he's allegedly sleeping with Terry and becomes her confidant. While the police are zeroing in on her as a person of interest, some believe this may have been a way to create a false alibi or distraction.
There's even speculation that Terry may have used Michael to learn what the family was thinking or saying to police. Whether or not that's true, the optics are terrible.
Now, let's talk about Dee Dee Speicher. That's Terry's close friend, and I mean close. Dee Dee becomes relevant when it's discovered that on the morning Kyron went missing, she suddenly left for work for 90 minutes and wouldn't tell anyone why.
She was a landscape designer at a private property and reportedly left her tools and phone behind, which was extremely out of character for her. That time window overlaps exactly with when Kyron disappeared.
Later, when police asked Dee Dee about her whereabouts, she lawyered up immediately. She refused to cooperate with the grand jury, and she moved in with Terry for a while. The optics, again, very suspicious.
Here's something that ties all of this together. Instead of putting energy into finding Kyron, Terry was protecting her image and possibly protecting secrets. She lawyered up early, refused polygraphs, and lashed out at Desiree and Kane in the press.
And remember, this wasn't just grief, this was deflection. She accused Kane of abuse, hinted at conspiracies, and changed her story more than once.
Investigators have said publicly that they believe multiple people know what happened to Kyron, and that at least one person is helping cover it up.
If you or someone you know was in that inner circle at Skyline Elementary, around Terry, around Michael, Cook, or Dee Dee, say something, even if it's anonymously.
There are tip lines, there are forums, there are podcasts like this one, and we are going to keep putting pressure on the cracks until something breaks.
In our next episode, we'll dig into what wasn't done, like the missed searches, botched communication, and whether Kyron was failed by the system designed to protect him.
Until then, stay curious, stay persistent, and stay loud.
And remember, red flags never lie.